Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Part 9 of Kingdom Hearts RE Chain of Memories, and now it's time to go to our next world. Let's see here. Got good... what to choose? Let's see. Where should I go? What should I do?
Agrabah?
Agrabah? Why not? Because I went there after Olympus Coliseum, and since there's no deep jungle world, might as well head there next.
Okay.
Though technically I went back to Traverse Town to complete that section of the story, then onward to the next group of worlds, and the first set of that group of worlds is Agrabah, so it makes sense, you know.
Alright.
Yes, so Agrabah. Home of Aladdin and all of them. Okay. Oh, look, someone's in trouble. Gosh, Sora, someone's in trouble. Really goofy. Okay, so yeah. Now this is one of the rare times that you actually have to fight Heartless in a mandatory setting. You know how sometimes you're in the adventure world and you have to... you can actually skip most of the battles if you're good at dodging.
Yeah.
This is one of those times you have to actually fight, you know.
Okay.
No choice. And because of this, after this, I will be cutting out a lot of battles because many of the enemies seen here in these mandatory fights will appear randomly. I mean, first of all, we got the shadows here per normal, blah, 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 blah. Oh, and here's another thing that I got here. I got a new friend card, too. And it's good old Aladdin himself.
So,
now,
what does he do?
I think I show it off here in a bit, but the thing is, though, one of the good things about at least RE Chain of Memories is that the friend cards, you don't have to select... you know how, like, in the original Kingdom Hearts game, you have to forcibly choose to replace Donald and Goofy with a party member?
Yeah.
Well, all the cards appear in this game. Like, you can get a Donald card, you can get a Goofy card, and you can get, like, for example, an Aladdin card. And that's convenient, I guess. And, geez, look at all these bandits and all these elemental musical thingies. Ow. Yeah, too many enemies on screen can be a bit frustrating. I mean, it's one of those times I wish that the party members were actually, you know, active, you know? I mean, actually with you. And this is what Aladdin does. He appears, he slashes the enemies with his sword, and when he slashes enemies, he gets them to drop Moogle balls.
Which is kind of fitting because Aladdin was a thief.
Yeah.
A good thief, but still a thief.
Yes, I mean, he still had good qualities. Remember that scene in Aladdin where he gave part of a loaf of bread to the starving kid and stuff?
Yeah.
That's why Jabbar chose him in the first place. You know, the diamond in the rough.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's the only one that can get the lamp and not get killed by the, whatchamacallit, the Cave of Wonders itself.
Yeah.
And I see here we got some air soldiers and we have some fat bandits now. Well, air soldiers first appeared in Traverse Town after a bit. I don't know why.
I believe it's like your second trip to Traverse Town.
Yeah. Alright. It's just, yeah, these mandatory battles can go on for a long time. I mean, especially with the limited card selection, and jeez Louise. Here we go, finally. Let's finish this. Thank goodness. Whew. That was a workout. Alright, so now we're gonna go on with plot. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me.
So, nothing was accomplished, basically.
Pretty much, really. It's just a waste of time. And speaking of something that's about to go to waste, here's what's Aladdin going to do to solve this problem. Make his first wish. Genie, get rid of these Heartless. Okay. I believe Genie did that in the original Kingdom Hearts game as well.
Yeah.
Now, are we still operating by the same logic as, you know, genie having certain rules as to not grant certain wishes. Like, for example, he can't kill anybody, he can't make anyone fall in love, and can't bring people back from the dead.
Possibly.
Possibly, but this game never clarifies it. I know the original Kingdom Hearts game also never clarifies the rules, but...
Yeah, I don't think he's, like, killing the Heartless, he's just, like, sending them somewhere else.
Yeah, that's why they always reappear. But then, of course, this is a memory Agrabah, and these are memory characters except Sora, Donald, and Goofy, so... in the long run, what's the point? Yeah, I'm going to say that throughout this playthrough. I mean, what's the point, you know? So, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. So, yes. Let's see here. We'll go with Aladdin. Sounds like a plan. So, how convenient that we are all going to go to the same place. And, yeah. And we get the Key of Beginnings. Yay. Alright, so, Agrabah. Now, what... first of all, since we're going to go through all these rooms, and I'm going to be doing a lot of jump cutting, well, what's your opinion of the Aladdin series overall? Start with the first movie and work your way onward, okay?
I believe I saw the first one in theaters when I was really young.
Uh-huh.
And I liked it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And it came out on video. You know, video cassettes? Wow.
Yeah.
Videotapes and stuff. I mean, any favorite parts from that Aladdin movie?
Trying to think. Let's see.
Nothing at all. Nothing of interest or anything.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
Well, try your best, okay? Because this is pretty much it right here. Me cutting out battles because I've already shown the mandatory battle in the beginning that featured all the enemies of this world.
Well, I think the whole big escape from the Cave of Wonders was pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, you have to admit it is pretty. It is pretty groundbreaking for its time, you know, the mixing of computer animation and traditional 2D art and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Cave of Wonders itself was a big old massive head. Oh,
it was a giant tiger's head.
Yeah, it's a computer generated, of course. And yeah. Now let's see here. What else? Let's see. Then of course, I was surprised that there was actually a sequel that came out, and the sequel was actually. Technically a pilot for the television series.
Yeah.
And they had to combine the first 3 episodes into, well, a movie, which kind of makes sense, you know?
Which actually was common practice for a lot of Disney shows. Because I remember, like, Rescue Rangers was kind of like that. They had, like, a movie, and then they split it up into 5 separate episodes.
Can I read right that originally that opening was, Biparter was actually, you know, aired later on in the run, I believe.
I believe so.
Yeah. And yes, folks, once again, it was a Sleeping Darkness room, so I just jump cut to after I defeated all the Heartless. You're not missing much, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me on this. Just way to speed things along, okay? Okay, I'm trying to figure out which room to use. Might as well use a strong initiative room, this one right here, because, yeah. Okay, so yeah, back to the television series of Aladdin. Yeah, they've replaced the genie's voice from Robin Williams in the movie to the voice of Homer Simpson, so...
Yeah.
I mean, you can definitely tell that there are shades of Homer Simpson and Genie's voice throughout the television series.
Yeah. In fact, that was the voice they got for the original Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, pretty much. And though I've heard, and yeah, he's going to be back in Kingdom Hearts 2 I believe. And though I've heard that the new recoded movie that's being released on the new Kingdom Hearts collection coming soon, they've actually replaced the genie's voice again with someone else. I forgot his name, but heard it. Where I hear it sounds closer to the Robin Williams version of Genie instead of the Homer Simpson voiced Genie. So, yeah. That's going to be interesting to hear once I get my hands on that collection and go through it and all that sort of thing. Okay, come on. Alright, there we go. Let's see here.
Also, wasn't there like a third Aladdin movie?
Yes, there was. It's essentially the grand finale in which Aladdin and Jasmine finally got married. And, well, plot lines are resolved. Aladdin meets his father, and yeah, the end and all that sort of thing.
And then there was that weird crossover with Hercules.
Yes, the crossover with Hercules, because Hercules had a television show as well. It had Hercules in high school with all these mythological figures in it, like Icarus and Cassandra, and
naturally Hades was a villain of that too.
Which is weird, considering that in the TV show, it's like Hercules and Hades always knew each other, but in the movie, the Hercules and Hades met up again once Hercules started to get popular as an adult, you know?
Kinda odd.
Yeah, continuity? What's that? It doesn't exist. So yeah, there was one brief team up in which Hades and Jafar team up so that they can destroy both their enemies, and well, that went as well as you expected with a crossover, you know.
Yeah, the two heroes fight. They realize they're on the same side, and they beat them both.
Yeah, your typical crossover cliches that work. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out where the heck I need to go, and yeah, as I go through more and more of these floors, as I get higher and higher, the floor layouts are going to get a bit more complicated. You think you're heading in a certain direction, but it turns out you're heading in a different direction than you planned, so it's going to get a bit confusing at times, you know. Let's see, which one should I use? Which one should I use? So many cards to choose. You know, when I initially went through these rooms, I tried to choose the cards that would give me the least amount of Heartless, so that I can just get through the plots, no problem. But when I've decided to level up, when I'm not recording, I do this so I can get through the plot quicker, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if I decide to level up on a certain world, that's a whole nother story. I mean, it's, I'm leveling up thanks to the plot, but, yeah, something different. Yeah, remember the barrel spiders back in the Hercules, levels?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get a chance to show them off because of, I edited them out. Well, I might as well show it off because you gotta see these things in action at least. And one of their trademark things that they do is that the barrel spiders will self-destruct, trying to take you with them. And I don't know if it counts against you if you are trying to get that barrel spider card, but yeah, who knows. Anyway, there's the plot door, the first plot door. So let's see here. I need an 8 card and up. 8 card and up. There. That's okay. I think I'll use this one. There we go. That takes care of that. Now I need the Key of Beginnings key, and let's do this. Let's enter the door and get the plot out of the way. Okay, so let's see here. Plot. Again, the animation. I have to point this out again. The animation here is, You can especially see it when you take a look at the genie's face coming up here, because, well, you can see his face is just frozen on this one expression. And as soon as I decide to continue on with the dialogue, I mean, why did Past Me have to just... I know you people want to read the dialogue, I understand that, but at the same time, kind of wish I wanted to move things a little faster, you know? Alright, there we go. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. The genie's expression is like, I'm smiling all the time, and my eyebrows can raise up and down, but other than that, it's like, ah, la 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 la. No expression whatsoever. You can
and this is going to get kind of awkward later on.
Yes. Oh, yes, you can tell that production values were definitely lower than this one. I know. Okay, so essentially, it's pretty much the same plot, as it were, but it's going to get derailed a bit. Aladdin wants Jasmine, no surprise. He wants to be a prince to impress her, but it's going to turn out as well as you expect. You know? Blah, 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 blah. Get the treasure, and maybe Jasmine want me to meet me, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. You can tell that Castle Oblivion's really messing with their heads by now because, you know, if Sora's memories aren't being screwed up at the moment, then he would remember that this has already happened and this blah, 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 but...
Right, it's slightly different from when it happened when Sora was there.
Yeah. But, as we all know, thanks to the original Kingdom Hearts game, the real Aladdin and Jasmine have gotten together, so they're living happily ever after. But I guess it's the price to pay for having a game that was originally made for the Game Boy Advance, for those who have never experienced the original Kingdom Hearts. Because, you know, the original Kingdom Hearts was a PlayStation 2, and not everybody had PlayStation 2 at the time.
That's the oddest thing. They, put side games on Nintendo handhelds, but they never give the consoles any of the main games.
It is oddly bizarre, so... I mean, when you think about it...
it might be a power issue, I don't know.
Well, the graphics and all that sort of thing. Yeah, I mean, let's see. I mean, take Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, for example. The power of the 3DS is roughly equivalent to the PlayStation 2-ish by now, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, I played that game, and it could easily work on the PlayStation 2, no problem. And some people want that game ported to the PS3 or even the PS4 so that they can play it on the PlayStation consoles. Because as of right now, this is the Dream Drop Distance is the only game that does not have any representation on a PlayStation console. You know, I mean the games, all the games have been remade to run on the PlayStation 3. Although 2 of them have been transformed into cinematic sequences, i.e., like these 2-hour movies. Which, I don't know why, because I wouldn't mind playing them on the console, but...
Which ones, though?
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 358/2, it's been made into a 2-hour cutscene fest. Or, well, no, not even 2 hours. I think it's over 2 hours, or... I'm just trying to think, yeah, it's definitely almost 3 hours. I'm not entirely sure. It's pretty much a long group of cutscenes strung together that were rendered, recreated just for the new release set. And there are no fight sequences. It's just cutscene after cutscene after cutscene. And if you haven't played the original 358/2, some of the cutscenes get lost in context, and there's also the fact that there's also some text on what's going on. It's like, this person did this, and they did that, and they did this, they did that, they did this, and they did that. It's like, okay, fine, but sometimes I like to read, but this is a video game. I want to actually play and enjoy the experience. Which is why that when I get around to 358/2, and this is going to be a little sneak peek for all my fans who are watching my Kingdom Hearts videos, I'm actually going to do a little bit of surgery with this playthrough. Essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the HD cutscenes from the 1.5 version of the game and combine them with my playthrough via my 3DS capture card. So, yeah, the playthrough will be from my 3DS, which is actually a DS game, you know, because they can play those.
Yeah.
And then I can just sew the cutscenes together, and it's gonna be an interesting experience when I finally get around to Kingdom Hearts 358/2, which won't be for a long while. Okay. Yes, we have another mandatory cutscene battle because, well, Aladdin just wasted another wish saving Jasmine, as he did in the original Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah. But it ultimately didn't work.
Yeah, because Jafar, oh, what a shock, will come around, kidnap Jasmine, and steal the lamp too. Just like in the original Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah.
Well, at least this world's kind of a bridge version of those events, you know?
Yeah, combining with a little bit of the movie's plot.
Didn't it kind of already combine the movie's plot already?
Yeah, kind of, but I think this one is like somewhat closer to the movie.
Right. Oh, that was an intense battle. Oh, and I get an ether card. Ooh. Now, ethers, of course, restore your magic, so, of course, they'll restore all the magic cards, such as the Blizzard card and stuff. So, keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Alright, so, yay. Still down to your last wish, and I think we all know what that last wish is going to be, but first, drama. Yeah, what did happen? What was that? Yeah, how did they get the lamp in the first place? Magic? Although in the first game, and technically the movie, Iago did steal the lamp.
Yeah.
Because remember in the movie, Iago had to sneak around and trick Aladdin away from the lamp so that he can nab it for Jafar. And in the game, I don't know, somehow he yoinked it from Aladdin's clutches. So he stole from a thief? Both times, too. How oddly bizarre, so yeah. Okay, and yeah, so the plan is Jafar wants to marry Jasmine, so of course he can get Agrabah, but okay. I don't know if it's just a power play, or is he actually going to use Jasmine, and let's
not go into that.
Okay, good idea. Alright, so look at that right here. He's still smiling, Genie, and his eyebrows are now in a more saddened look. I mean, wouldn't his mouth frown at the prospect of now serving this guy? His mouth is like, I don't want to serve this guy, but his mouth is so happy and all that. It's like, I don't want to serve him, but I can't stop smiling.
It was kind of like that, like the original where you're fighting Jafar and Genie's attacking you, but he's still smiling.
I couldn't really tell since I was running away from Jafar because I didn't want him to kill me. You know, I couldn't really tell, really.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, the plot is now we have to rescue Jasmine from Jafar and save the Genie. So, and of course, Aladdin has a plan because Aladdin is a thinking person. His main character trait is to outwit his opponents, and, well, this isn't any different than that. So, he's going to tell us a plan, which we will not hear, which means it has a great chance of succeeding. Because, you know, the classic cliche, do not explain the plan. Like, no spoken plan guaranteed or something like that. Anyway, we'll see you guys in part 10.